Libya's NTC fighters have launched another attack on Sirte. Tanks began shelling Muammar Gaddafi's hometown, and for the first time fighters have now entered the city there. Sue, because last time we came to you, you talked about smoke in the background. Now it appears there's quite a bit more.
I've got balls of steel.
A constant barrage, really, of gunfire going on. It's gone a little quiet now, but I'm sure it won't last long.
I've got balls of steel.
Well, we are in the position between where the...
Balls of steel. Steel, steel, steel. Balls of steel.
Heavy artillery of the Libyan fighters' positions are behind us, and obviously in front you have the eastern side of Sirte, and there are rockets going overhead.
Blow it out your ass.
And the key, they point out all the time, their key tactic is to try and squeeze this city from...
Balls of steel. Steel, steel, steel. Balls of steel.
Libya News Update, October 10th, about 4 p.m. GMT. General news. Life in Libya has been turned into the worst place on earth. There are some areas with no food, and others where the food is scarce. All the financial systems of Libya have been looted. All banks have been looted, and are now empty. The people of Libya have had their wealth looted and taken by the NTC rebels and NATO and her allies. 500,000 luxury cars have been shipped to Europe and US to be sold second-hand. All the planes and Boeings have been taken abroad by NATO and its allies such as Qatar and the UAE. The people of Libya have no money and no food across the country. The infrastructure of Libya has been completely destroyed by the NTC rebels and its NATO allies. In Tripoli, there is fighting across the city and unrest. The people continue to hold protests, and there is a mass strike as none of the population return to work. Large clashes continue in Green Square and Bab al-Azazia and Gurji and Abu Salim and Souk al-Jum'ah. The Zintan tribes are holding talks with the Emir of Qatar with the intention to allow Abdel Hakim Belhaj Brigade to function in Tripoli. There have been clashes between different NTC brigades within Tripoli near the port areas. There are green flags across the city, and instability and looting and mass arrests continue. In Sirte, very heavy NATO carpet bombing continues of Sirte. Many apartments and homes are destroyed. More than 4,000 civilians have died in 2 weeks of continuous bombing. People cannot reach the ruins to save the survivors. Total humanitarian disaster continues within the besieged city of Sirte. People are killed by NTC mortars falling within the city. Green resistance has managed to defend the city and continue to keep NTC Al-Qaeda out of the city. The Green Resistance allows the rebels to enter the city at times in order to trap them. The reason for this tactic is that the resistance cannot move into the desert due to NATO planes targeting the resistance. Young girls and women and the elderly are fighting at front lines, defending their city against the NTC Al-Qaeda. There is a shortage of medicines and food as the siege takes its toll on the civilian city. More than 150,000 people are besieged within the city. 150 young men were beheaded by NTC fighters after being captured at the outskirts of the city. But Green Resistance delivered a heavy blow to the NTC Al-Qaeda and killed 370 rebels, and more than 980 were injured. 2 brigades of NTC have been destroyed and 3 commanders killed. Injured rebels have filled entire hospitals and are now being taken abroad. Bani Walid. The people of Bani Walid attacked and defeated the rebels at the airport and forced the NTC Al-Qaeda to retreat from the area. More than 100 rebels died, with dozens wounded. Misrata. Heavy fighting continues within Misrata between the different brigades of NTC. Use of heavy weapons continues within the city, and the people are afraid to leave their homes. East Libya. The NTC rebels have recaptured 2 neighborhoods within Benghazi, but Green Resistance continues fighting there using guerrilla warfare tactics. South Libya. Fighting within and around Sabha continues. A leader of the Tuareg tribe that betrayed his people by letting rebels inside has been killed. The people have selected a new leader and are fighting to push the rebels out. Rebels have lost a lot of forces at Sabha.